Hi, everyone. My name is Justin Gray, and I'm the Program Coordinator for the Humber College Music Composition Graduate Certificate. This video is going to take you through an overview of the curriculum of the program, explain the online asynchronous delivery, as well as introduce you to the faculty. If you want to follow up or connect or ask any more questions about the program, please feel free to email me at the email that you see on the screen, justin.gray@humber.ca. This composition graduate certificate was designed to be an online program that's delivered asynchronously, and the purpose for this is to allow composers at varying levels of their career the opportunity to study from abroad and be able to have an inspiring and world-class learning experience while not necessarily having to move cities and all locate in Toronto. The faculty and everyone involved are extremely adept at using online technology, not only to deliver lectures, but also other content and feedback. And we're at a time in the modern world where we can use this technology to create really meaningful learning experiences while also allowing the asynchronous delivery to fit into your schedule. The fact is that many of the students who are in this program are still working a little bit or at various parts of their career. And so the purpose for having this be asynchronous, which means that there aren't necessarily specific times that the courses happen in a day or in a week, it allows you to take that content and not only work with it at your own pace, but also fit it into your schedule. This is a full-time program, and the program takes roughly about 25 to 30 hours a week of time. That's on average, of course. People can sometimes move a little bit quicker or sometimes take a little bit longer, but that would be including the lectures and the work that's involved in the program. The way that we're delivering this is using an online learning management system called Blackboard. Blackboard is Humber College's system for delivery, and it's an unbelievably organized platform in which we can deliver and video content, submit assignments, create feedback, create discussions, and also build community. Every week there are video lectures, and there are also optional in-person drop-in sessions on a weekly or bi-weekly basis, just for people to have opportunities to discuss things, ask questions, and build community, as well as office hours, especially for myself, where we can have meetings and work sort of individually on making sure that your learning process is moving forward. On the screen here, you can see just sort of what a Blackboard page looks like for a course, where we have folders and reflections and assignment portals, etc. And so this is sort of each course that you would be taking would have one of these pages dedicated to it. And here are just some quick screen grabs of some of the video lectures from this recent year, working with specifically here, working with Logic and also MuseScore, these are taken from the music technology course, which I'll explain. So the courses. There's 2 semesters, so this program takes 8 months and happens over the fall and winter semester. The entrance is in the fall semester, and there are 6 courses per semester. Every week there's a 30 to 60-minute video for 5 of the courses, and then the 5th course I'll explain, which is your directed study project. There are also ongoing assignments with feedback from the incredible faculty, online discussion forums where appropriate, and as I mentioned, about 25 to 30 hours of weekly commitment. The first course, which carries over 2 semesters in 2 parts, is the directed study project. In this course, you are paired at the beginning of semester 1 with an advisor, a directed study advisor, or a DSA. And you will submit a proposal and a timeline to create a composition project that you will work with your directed study advisor, who you could sort of see like a private lesson instructor or a composition consultant. And you'll meet with them 5 times, as well as per semester, as well as email correspondence. And they are specifically chosen at the beginning of semester 1 based on their skill sets and matching it to the needs and goals of your project. The kinds of projects we've seen are students who have completed musicals or completed EPs or albums worth of compositions, created demo reels for film and television. These are the types of examples. And in each of these situations, you're working individually and then having access to a directed study advisor to help you through that process over the course of 2 semesters. Then you also check in with me as the program coordinator at sort of major checkpoints along the way, just for a big picture overview of your progress. The arranging and orchestration course. This is where we're looking at the principles of arranging and orchestration, woodwinds, brass, strings, and percussion, and doing arranging assignments as well as analysis. The music technology course is where the first half we're exploring notation software, making sure that your skills are at a professional level to be able to deliver scores and parts throughout the future of your compositional career. And then we're exploring a DAW, a digital audio workstation, specifically Logic Pro in this context, to be able to look at basic recording, MIDI sequencing, using virtual libraries, so that again, you can bring this skill, either augment it if you're already familiar with it, or bring it into your wheelhouse, because it's really is a part of being a modern composer. The Composition Fundamentals course is looking at melody, harmony, rhythm, and form, and making sure that your palette expands and that the foundation of your compositional skills are strong. The Contemporary Composition 1 course is a course where you're looking at various types of contemporary composition, so modal, rhythmic, harmonic, and looking at the philosophy and aesthetics of composition through listening reflections. The Score Study course is an opportunity to look at musical scores, listen, analyze in multiple styles and various ensemble sizes. Then we move to semester 2, which starts in January, where you will again be continuing your project and now looking towards completion. The goal of the directed study program is that when you finish, you should have a product that is ready to go. That's one of my personal goals, is to make sure that your DSA advisor, myself, and yourself, that when you finish this program, you have completed something that you're very proud of, something that reflects your compositional prowess and skill, and something that you can use to launch your career forward immediately. So this means having scores and parts ready and done, having demo recordings, which those happen at various levels, dependent on the content, of course, that are ready to go, and even having written content to support your compositions for future applications and things along those lines. The Words and Music course is an opportunity to look at the process of marrying text and music in multiple styles, text and poetry writing, lyric analysis, and songwriting. Arranging and Orchestration 2 carries on from the first semester and looks at advanced arranging for big band and contemporary music ensembles. The Contemporary Composition 2 course moves into writing for music genres, soul, funk and R&B, rock, American folk, intercultural contemporary writing, and advanced aesthetics and philosophy for future compositional styles. Composition Fundamentals 2 is taking those fundamental pillar concepts and just advancing upon them: melody, harmony, rhythm, and form. And finally, the Music for Contemporary Media course is a scoring course looking at creating music for TV, film, and video games. Let's introduce you to the faculty. You can also learn more about the faculty on the website, where you can check out each of these faculty members' profiles. Kevin Lau is an unbelievable arranger, orchestrator, and composer from here in Toronto. He teaches the Arranging and Orchestration course, Score Study. He's a directed study advisor, Composition Fundamentals, and also part of the Music for Contemporary Media course. Yvette Toller, an unbelievable composer, educator, singer, songwriter, teaches Composition Fundamentals and the Words and Music course. And to introduce you to some of our directed study advisors, Becca Pellet, one of Toronto's most renowned and sought-after arrangers, orchestrators, and composers, and Andrew Kessler, not just a composer, arranger, but also someone with immense skills as a singer, multi-instrumentalist, producer, and a huge background as well in the area of audio engineering. And in this context, just has a great breadth of skills to help support a variety of directed study projects. And myself, Justin Gray, I teach contemporary composition, the music technology course, music for contemporary media and directed study. I myself am a longtime composer. I've composed a lot of instrumental music, not only for performance, but also film and television. My background is as a bassist, so as a performer, but my professional practice is in the realm these days of audio engineering, specifically mixing and mastering. And so I like to bring and help you to expand your compositional skills, not only within the area of composition, but to help bridge things like technology and sort of contemporary practice. And I think that leads us, as we close this video, to just the purpose of the program, the philosophy of the program. The goal of this is to be an intensive, highly practical look at composition as a whole, and specifically with the goal of developing and further developing and giving you access to the professional skills required for today's industry. Composers still do, of course, find themselves just composing, but in most instances, composers across all fields have multiple skill sets and are extremely diverse in what they can offer their clients. And so the goal of this program is to look at that as a whole. And many people come in at varying levels of their compositional careers. Some people are mid-career, some people are later on in their career, and some are just beginning. And this program, because of the smaller nature of it and the online nature of it, we really want to create an environment where everyone is challenged into new areas at an appropriate pace and expanding your palette so that you feel confident to say yes to those future projects. And not only expanding your palette, but then also having you the opportunity and providing the opportunity for you to go deep into something, which is specifically what the DSA project is for. The concept of a graduate certificate versus something like a master's degree is, in a master's degree, the responsibility to the academic standards is, of course, wonderful. And I myself have a master's in composition. But when we don't have the responsibility to major research paper writing and the type of academic rigor that is required and beneficial in a master's degree, we can just focus purely on practical skills and do a lot of composition, a lot of practice, a lot of feedback, and be diving deeply into this sort of breadth of topics that this program focuses on. So once again, I would look forward to hearing from you. Justin.gray.ca, justin.gray@humber.ca. You can reach out anytime. And just as sort of a last area of the program is we're constantly working towards creating collaborative opportunities with Humber at large. This program is a part of FMCA, Faculty of Media and Creative Arts. And as such, Humber has robust and incredible film, video game, and television programs. And so looking to create opportunities for you to meet other students in those programs, develop relationships with up-and-coming filmmakers, television directors, etc. And so all of this to be said, I'd love to hear from you. We'd love to have you and see if this program is the right fit for you, and I look forward to it. Thanks so much for watching.